It's your boy Jimmy. Jimmy.
Now, what's worth doing is worth doing for money.
Straight from y'all street to Wall Street.
Anybody tells you money's the root of all evil doesn't make up happen.
Dudes wake up, hope their girl turned on so they can get a little bit. Only woman in the morning I wanna turn on this Becky quick. While the average man looking at it's sad like she fine as yeah. I'm over here looking at tails and whips like yeah, 5'6". I left the mayhem for the market. Now I don't want a dope spot, I want a stock pick. I know that booty got dry, triggered my stop losses, but I ain't got time for your wop. My V-wops crossing. Rich with hot V's and pushing hot keys. Strategy and plans to make grand. Still in my wife beater, Batman pajamas, house slides, and about 5 hot picks for the day. Cause I like the way the Dow bounce. 4 hot dips on call, so I got options. 2 with a lot of volume, 1 with a double bottle. Now I know dumb money don't understand. Am I talking about my trade or just thinking with my MACD? You see, we different in the way we move. You move with kittens and your dog, I move with bears and bulls. I got a green thought, grow with the marijuana. Waking up with the fun, open up some commas. Jump out of bed, big profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, big profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packs and stop. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ. Profits. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETL, make profits. I jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. Yeah. See, me and Jim Cramer been talking mad money. Said today I'm taking a risk. They got the feds coming, but I got support here with me. I call a short squeeze. You get the drop, she pull the trigger and abort these. If she stay on my watch list, I might have to wife her, but I know better. I'm a true trading group lifer. Call up the Wolf of Weed Street. It's time to flip some profits. Go ahead, be hawking. Get your spot here. I'll double top that in the head and shoulders. Hit him up with this resistance. Watch him roll over. Cause I see John Wicks in contract. If I say I make $1 million a day, well, that's a large cap. You moving average, that's why you get crossed. Get split, get delisted, and knocked off. And I'm setting the whole block off. I'm buying GameStop and selling them roadblocks off. Jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packs and stop. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ. Profits. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETL. Hey, my family. Hey, go, what we doing, my man? Hey, make profits. Hey, Shug, Mike, what we doing? Hey, make profits. Yo, Wolf, Professor, what we doing? Hey, make profits. That TTG money gang, making profits. We some snipers.
Hey, yo, what's up, everyone? What's going on? Hope you're all doing well. Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. Folks, my name is Michael Edward Parinati. I go by Michael Edward. I began my trading career over 17 years ago working for T3 Alpha Fund in New York City. It's my first job right out of college. While there, they made me go through an educational training program before they let me touch $1 of their money. That's where I learned how to become a trader. Then 2008 happened, and that was the Great Recession and the stock market crash. But it was also the same year that I received one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. Now you fast forward, I'm the co-founder and head trader of True Trading Group. Along with my team of 9 professional trading mods and an over 30-person staff, we've helped thousands of members from all over the world to reach their goals. We actually have members in 115 different countries. We truly are a global community here at True Trading Group. But for those that don't know, we're also the fastest growing and highest rated premium online education platform that combines university and professional level trading and investing courses with premium stock market tools, live workshops, individual mentorship, and coaching for stocks, options, crypto, and futures. We also cover all styles of trading at True Trading Group. We do day trading, swing trading, and also even long-term investing. So there's literally something for everybody inside of True Trading Group. But you see, we take that university level curriculum, we combine it with today's top financial tools. Tools that give you more information, help you guys make better decisions, and increase your chances of success. Now, unfortunately, the majority of retail traders don't use these tools because they're so expensive. You're talking about $5,000 to $6,000 a year if you were to pay for them on your own. Right? You guys don't have to pay for these things when you join True Trading Group. These include Benzinga Pro's real-time news feed, congressional trading data, track trades by Congress, insider trading, track trades by management, TradingView's premium charting software, the trade idea scanner, unusual options activity, options flow, dark pool data, short data, analyst ratings. Honestly, so much more. Of course, you get the courses. Of course, you get our alerts, but you also get all these tools. We're going to set you up with everything that you need to have the very best chance of being successful at one affordable price for the entire year. You also get access to our members, the most educated, helpful, supportive, successful community of traders that you guys are ever going to find. Not to mention all of the trade alerts from the moderators and myself that have been able to maintain a cumulative win rate of just around 80% now, going on roughly the last 4 years. So if you guys have not yet done so, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications, make sure you guys never miss out on any of these live streams. See, we do these live streams 6 days a week. Okay, Sunday through Friday, I go live here on this YouTube channel with myself, other THD Pro Trading mods, and special guests. We'll give you guys golden nuggets, free lessons, education, trade ideas, market commentary, and analysis that can help you all become better traders. So if you've not yet done so, like I said, smash that like button and subscribe. All right, folks. So let's talk about what happened in the markets today. I got to tell you, okay, a red day for me today. You know, I have had an unbelievable stretch. But I got spun around today on fake news. Fake news. There was a report that came out today. That the SEC had approved BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF. And that news came out right around 9:30 when the markets had first opened. And Bitcoin exploded on this news. Bitcoin went to 30,000. The stock, or Bitcoin rather, was up 10% on the day on the back of this news. Stocks like MicroStrategy, Coinbase, all your crypto-related stocks started to move higher. Now, I know that that's going to be a major catalyst if and when that does actually come through. So when that news came out today, and it was being circulated by a lot of different news outlets, when that news came out, I was okay, well, that's actually a really good sign. I mean, Bitcoin's going to push higher. MicroStrategy is going to push higher. Coinbase is going to push higher. So I went ahead and I got long Coinbase. I kid you not, within less than 3 minutes of me getting into that position, there was reports coming out of a Bloomberg analyst saying that they do not believe that news is actually confirmed. And then a statement from BlackRock themselves saying that their application is still under review and it has not been approved by the SEC. And then Bitcoin dropped, MicroStrategy dropped, Coinbase dropped, everything just dropped as soon as that happened. There's actually reports here that anywhere from $80 to $100 million worth of positions were kind of liquidated during that frenzy of trying to figure out if the news was real or not. And it turns out the news was completely fake. The news was completely fake. The news was just about as real as Sam Bankman-Fried's girlfriend's risk management was at Alameda Capital. That's about how real the news was around the Bitcoin ETF. So when I heard that, when that news came out, I was like, oh, well, that's actually terrible. If this actually turns out to be fake and this is not true, it was like, I'm going to lose money. The stock's going to go down. So sure enough, it did go down. I exited my position. I did take a loss on my trade. Regular risk unit loss. Took a red trade. And I just said, you know what? Okay, that's it. I didn't fight the day because I really didn't see much. The markets moved higher for about 45 minutes this morning, and that's it. The markets then moved sideways for the rest of the day. And I said, I was like, listen, I'm not gonna push this. You know, I said I'm not gonna push it because the markets just traded sideways for about 5 hours today. And you know, we have a big week coming up here. It's the start of earnings. Earnings for the banks have been better than expected. You got Tesla coming up. You got Netflix coming up. You got some of your defense companies like Lockheed Martin is coming out. And with everything that's going on between Israel and Hamas and everything in the Middle East, you got to hear what the comments that these companies are going to say and what it means potentially for them and what it means as the United States actually tries to restock its own arsenal because of all of the stuff that we have sent over to Ukraine. And now, you know, aid packages that we're going to send over to Israel, the U.S. has to restock their own armories. So, and their own equipments and vehicles and ammunitions and everything else. So I want to know, and there's going to be a lot of ears open here from analysts and from Wall Street community about, what does Lockheed Martin have to say about Israel and Hamas, and what do they think the impact is going to be for them as a company and for their earnings? So then you obviously have Tesla and Netflix, two of the most volatile, most followed stocks in the entire market that are coming out with earnings here on Wednesday. So it is going to be a jam-packed week with earnings. Then you have almost every single Fed member speaking also. So I feel like today was kind of like a little bit of like the calm before the storm. It's weird because like it's a nice green day today. I mean, the Dow was up over 300 points. The S&P's up 1%. The Nasdaq's up 1.25%. It's a nice day in the overall markets, but we gapped up, moved higher for 45 minutes, and then just basically went sideways. So I didn't really see too much for the rest of the trading day. I feel like the markets are just kind of in a little bit of a pause mode while we get more of these earnings start to come out. And then I think the markets are going to give us direction. I told you guys on my live stream last night, if you guys were on our live streams yesterday, I told you that I do believe this market's going to move higher. I actually said that the direction, the path of least resistance that I believed was going to be to the upside. And I drew a couple of candles for you guys last night, and we already got that first candle being put into play. But I do think that this market eventually does move higher. There's two resistance levels that are at play right now, 437, 439. Once you get through 439, then it's upside, and you're going to be free to move higher for, I believe, about 7 or 8 points. I think there's going to be a straight shot in the overall markets. Okay, I think there's going to be a straight shot in the overall markets once you get through these levels. It's 437 is your first level. Then you have 439, and then after that, folks, I think you're free to move higher. All right, I do. But like I said, listen, there was some fake news today, and it was a major problem for a lot of people in the markets. Everyone that's joining us in the Stockmaster app, we're talking about that fake news today, and it was fake news regarding Bitcoin. And that is the conversation that we're going to be having here today. To help me have that conversation, I'm actually going to be bringing on my business partner and co-founder of True Trading Group in a couple of minutes to help me kind of have those discussions with you guys, as he is someone that actually follows the crypto market a lot more than even I do. And he's a lot more heavily involved in crypto than I am. But nonetheless, like I said, guys, I got kind of spun around today on that news. So I come on these live streams every day. I tell you about the wins. I tell you about all the celebrations and all the milestones. But I also come on here and I tell you when I have losing trades too. And today was a losing trade, and that was thanks to Coinbase. So I'll go over this with you guys, exactly what the trade was, exactly what I was anticipating to happen. And we had a gap up, and you have a support level here that was sitting right around 77. And I'll show you exactly where I get that level from. Let me just go through this. Let me just show you guys exactly where I get this from. Okay. So your 50-day moving average, 77.87. Your 100-day moving average, 76.87. Essentially what I was looking for was positive catalyst on a news announcement regarding Bitcoin, which ended up being fake. But at the time, I'm talking you through what the thought process was. That news catalyst, if it was true, would have been, very positive for crypto. That's why Bitcoin went all the way to 30,000 today. Once it found out that it was fake, Bitcoin then sold off, as did the other crypto companies. So I'm looking for Bitcoin and this, for Coinbase in this situation to hold 77 being the 100-day moving average, and then look for it to go up here and test 82. So this was what I was going to be looking for today, because I felt that if that news, on the back of that news, you have resistance at 82, but then you have resistance up there at 86. And I thought that this stock would have a chance to get all the way up to this $86 level on the back of that news. But that's not what happened. The news ended up being fake. But let me take you guys back over to the charts. I'll show you exactly what I was doing. I waited for the gap up. We pulled in off the open, and you can see that 77 level, which was the 100-day moving average, starts to hold support. And then I stepped in and I got long right here. 77.70s was where I took my position for the long. And then within about 1 or 2 minutes of me actually entering my position on the back of this news, then BlackRock comes out and says, actually, the news is fake. Actually, our application is still under review with the SEC. And then now all the reports start coming out that this is fake, it's fake, it's fake. And then Bitcoin just crashed. And then Coinbase crashed as well. And I exited my position right here. So I was in and out actually within minutes. as these news releases were coming across. And I just said to myself, I was like, listen, I came on the mic and I said to members, I go, guys, there's mixed reports. Some people are saying that this news is fake. Other news networks are still reporting it as true. I said, I'm not willing to stick around here and wait to find out what the situation is. I'm going to stick to my stop loss. I'm going to stick to my risk. I'm going to control, my risk that I have on the position. My stop loss is reached. The news turns out that it's not true. So I now no longer have a reason to be in the trade. The whole reason I was getting into this was because I wanted 77 to hold on the back of this positive news catalyst. 77 did hold, but the news catalyst ended up being fake. That then broke 77. So now it's time for us to exit the position. That's exactly what I did. Okay. And I'm glad that I did, because then you can see that Coinbase went significantly lower after I'd already exited my position. It could have been a much bigger loss than it was. So it's just, again, the importance of sticking to your stop losses, always having stop losses, because you never know when a news release is going to come out that either sometimes it comes out, it's in your favor, right? And that's just luck when that happens. Other times it comes out and it's not in your favor, and there's nothing that you can do about it. There's nothing that you could foresee. There's nothing you could have done differently. All you can do is just stick to your risk, because it's an occupational hazard of you being in positions and then news comes out, or in this case, news comes out that the news was fake. And then everything reverses its course. And I got caught in that. So just the lesson to take from that is just always make sure that you always have stop losses that are in place, especially for those of you that are busy working full-time jobs and you're not paying attention to your positions. You can't just enter a position and then just leave it and then just come back and check it hours later, because hours later could be a very big difference from where the stock was when you entered the position, or where the option contract was when you entered the position. And that's how you guys end up getting stuck and getting caught in very big losing trades. And if you can just avoid very big losing trades, you'll automatically start to make more money. The easiest way for a trader to make more money is not to improve their win rate. It is also not to get bigger position size. The easiest way to improve win rate is actually by losing less when you are wrong. And that's a lesson to take here from today. So we're going to have a deeper conversation about this crypto news, or lack of crypto news. In order to continue that conversation with me, guys, I'm going to bring on my business partner and the co-founder of True Trading Group. Everyone give a shout out to Adam.
Yo, what's up, man?
What up, man?
What's going on? Yeah, I heard the interns at Cointelegraph are getting fired today, man. They're getting smoked. What a complete and utter crap show.
Total crap, man. Total crap.
It's frustrating. I feel bad for the people that are the true crypto believers, the people that got real excited about it, because these people have been very patient. They've been through a lot. If you're an investor in crypto, if you're a believer in crypto, you have been through a lot. It's like being a fan of O.J. Simpson in the 90s. Like if you were a big football fan and you were like, yo, but he's the juice. It's kind of like, that's kind of like where you're at with crypto right now. It's like you really want to, be a part and still believe. And yeah, there's places to make money, but it's not really, not safely.
Yeah.
And not in a way that has any sort of longevity. Right. So not yet.
I think, like, the news today, very specifically for those that don't know, was that there's a lot of different companies that have applications into the SEC for a Bitcoin ETF, an ETF that invests directly into Bitcoin. BlackRock, Invesco, Grayscale is trying to convert themselves into a spot Bitcoin ETF. So these are all applications that are in with the SEC. It's only a matter of time before the SEC does approve one of these Bitcoin ETFs, and it will be a big deal for Bitcoin. It'll see a lot of demand come in the ETF itself. Sure. As that ETF raises capital and money comes into that ETF, it then has to then go and buy Bitcoin. So you will see an increased demand in Bitcoin, and I think you'll see a little bit more of an expansion from an institutional adoption of Bitcoin now that you're going to have companies like BlackRock or Invesco, have those ETFs available. So it's only a matter of time, but everybody got very excited today, thinking today was the day. Turns out the news was totally fake.
Yeah. So again, what happened was this Cointelegraph released incorrect information today regarding Bitcoin ETF approval by the U.S. SEC, which led to a significant market reaction. Here's a little bit more of that. Cointelegraph posted a now deleted report claiming that the SEC had approved a Bitcoin spot ETF from BlackRock iShares division. The news quickly spread across various platforms, causing a spike in Bitcoin's price to $30,000. That is a very important price for Bitcoin, right? A very, very important price. It's kind of like, I don't know, Mike, would you agree that that's where a tremendous amount of resistance?
Yeah, it's a big technical level, 30K.
Yeah. So following the false news, Bitcoin's price surged more than 7%, almost reaching, upwards of an increase in $2,000 per coin within 10 minutes. However, after the news was debunked, the price fell back below 28,000. The incorrect report and subsequent market reaction demonstrated the crypto market's sensitivity to news, especially concerning regulatory advancements like ETF approvals, right?
Yeah.
Both the SEC and the NASDAQ refuted the claims made in Cointelegraph report. BlackRock also issued a statement clarifying that their proposed Bitcoin spot ETF was still under review by the SEC. The false report led to nearly 100 million in liquidations as the market reacted to the incorrect information.
It's crazy.
And a little bit about the broader impact of this. The incident sparked discussions regarding the authenticity of news in the crypto space, right? And highlighted the market's sensitivity to such news. Some outlets have begun exploring whether Cointelegraph's error was an isolated incident or indicative of a broader issue within crypto journalism.
It's crazy. It further adds like to the mantra of like you just can't trust anything crypto. You know, it's like it's funny.
I mean, look,
it happens right when you got the FTX trial going on,
but in fairness, there have been plenty of incorrect news reports that have come out by rogue journalists or people that have access to be able to post articles on big websites that had nothing to do with crypto, that have to do with stocks, and that stuff happens all the time.
Of course.
So I don't think it's necessarily you can't believe anything crypto. I think it's more like, this happens. I think you said it best when you said it was an occupational hazard, right? So yeah. My question is, you make it sound so simple. Just don't get, just don't. I don't know the exact wording, but it was like, well, just don't get hurt if you're gonna go into something. How do you prevent yourself from getting hurt in a position like you took today?
Yeah, it is very simple. I mean, it's whenever you're entering a position or wherever you're entering a trade, you have to make sure that you fully understand the element of risk in the position that you're entering. And that has to deal with understanding the volatility of the stock that you're about to trade. Coinbase, when there's news and there's a catalyst on Coinbase, that can be one of the most volatile stocks that are in the market. That thing will trade like Nvidia or Tesla or Netflix on any given day that there's actually a news catalyst around Bitcoin or a news catalyst around Coinbase. So I knew coming into that hey, if I'm going to go after Coinbase today on the back of this news, it's going to be a higher volatility than a regular trading day for Coinbase because there's a news catalyst that's going to bring additional attention, additional traders, additional liquidity, and additional price swings. So that kind of going into the trade. The way that you protect yourself from getting hurt in situations like that is by maintaining your risk management, by having stop losses and exiting your position.
Do me a favor. Do me a favor. I would like you to explain to me what a stop loss is. I know that 90% of the people on here are going to get it, but I actually had a pretty disturbing conversation with a trial member not too long ago, probably a couple nights ago, where they said that they went all in, no tier trading, no nothing, just went all in on a stock, and they did not know that stop losses were a thing. Like they did not know that was something that even existed, and they lost about $60,000. If you could maybe give a little update on what that is, that would be great.
Yeah. I mean, So a stop loss is an order that you can set through your broker that if a specific price is reached, it'll automatically exit your position. You don't even have to do anything, right? That's a stop loss. There's different types of stop losses. There's trailing stop losses. There's stop limits. There's stop on quotes. Do not use stop limit orders. I do not recommend for people because it does not guarantee you're going to actually get out of your position. But regular stop orders, or your platform will just say stop order, or it'll say stop loss, or it'll say stop on quote. Those are all the same thing. And that does guarantee you're going to exit your position. So that's it. That's what a stop loss order is. So you can buy a stock at $50 and you can set a stop loss at 48. And if it gets to 48, even if you're not looking, it'll exit your position for you automatically.
What is the difference? I hear you say, okay, this is a hard stop and then this is a mental stop. What is the difference and when should each be used?
So I personally use mental stops, but that's because I am in front of my computer all day managing my positions, right? And I have the discipline to get out of my position when it's necessary, when it's time to exit. Now, it's not that mental stop losses are right and hard stop losses are wrong, or there's times to use one versus the other. It really comes down to just personal preference. If you cannot trust yourself to actually exit when you say you are going to, then just use the hard stops and remove yourself from the equation. There's a lot of people out there that, oh, my stop loss is $15, but it gets to $14.75 and you're still in the position. At $14.50, you're still in the position. Now you're a deer caught in headlights and you're like, well, do I get out now? But it looks like 14 is support too. Now you're stuck in what I call stop loss limbo. Stop loss limbo is when you're underneath your intended stop loss, but you're above another support level and you don't know what to do. And you end up holding to see if that other support level holds. And then when you finally actually stop out of the position, you're losing way more money than you initially thought or you intended when you first entered the position. So do not do that kind of stuff. If you are the type of trader, if you find yourself kind of deer in headlight moments when something drops or goes, if you're short and it goes higher and the trade goes against you, if you find yourself hesitating and you're a deer caught in headlights and you tend to blow past your stop loss, do not use mental stop losses. Set hard stop losses. Let the computer take you out without you having to worry about doing a thing.
Yeah, absolutely. So in chat, we have 3 different type of alerts that we give out to members, right?
Yeah.
There's novice, intermediate, and advanced, right?
Mm-hmm.
Novice, intermediate, and advanced. I was wondering if you could maybe take a moment and break down the difference between each trade alert, right? What is a novice alert? And what, not only that, but not only what they are, but what type of traders, in your opinion, should engage, with those type of alerts?
Yeah, it's a really good point. So in True Trading Group, guys, when our there's 9 moderators, 9 professional traders that are sharing their screen. We're talking to you on the microphone. We're alerting you when our orders are being filled. And when we send out trade alerts, we label the alerts either novice, intermediate, or advanced. Now, the point of us doing this is really to essentially let members know the level of risk and the level of volatility that is going to be associated with this trade. Obviously, an advanced level trade is going to be the highest level of volatility and therefore the highest potential risk reward. Intermediate will be a little bit lower volatility, and then novice will be the least amount of volatility. Now, the way that we've categorized these trades is anytime a moderator adds to their long-term portfolio, that's going to be a novice trade alert. Anytime that there is a swing trade called out on an equity, that could be a novice trade alert. Anytime that there is a day trade on a stock or an option, that'll be intermediate. And then when you have the advanced trades, those are going to be the very volatile situations like a Tesla, a Netflix, Adobe, Enphase, when HKD was squeezing, or some small cap that's halting 10 times. Those are all going to be labeled as advanced level trades. And what that does is that notifies our members if they're not paying attention and they get a trade alert, they know instantly what level of volatility this trade is so that they could position themselves accordingly, so that they know how many shares or how many contracts that they should be buying, and if they even should be participating in the trade. If you're a brand new trader that just joined your trading group 3 days ago and you've never traded before, then when an advanced alert comes out, you should not be in those positions until you familiarize yourself more with the teachings, the platform, the program, how we trade, your own risk management, your own position size, instead of just jumping headfirst into the lion's den. Because you got to think about advanced level trades are going to be very fast movers, very big movers. And if you're caught on the wrong side of that and you don't know what you're doing, that's how you can end up taking a loss that's much bigger than you had intended.
All right. Now, I've heard you say many times, make money, there is no get rich quick, but there is make money smart, right? There is no get rich quick, but there is make money smart. Fine, there is no get rich quick, but what does make money smart mean? Does that mean that, what do you consider make money smart? Is that working in a group? Is that, relying on you and other people to do the heavy lifting? Is it learning how to do it? Is it what is it?
Yeah, I think it's all the above from what you just said, because there is no get rich quick. Okay. There is no one out there that predicts the future. There is no special super top secret indicator. Trust me, guys, I worked at a hedge fund. I was on Wall Street. If there was an indicator that was the holy grail of trading, I would know about it. I would use it. I would tell all you guys about it. It doesn't exist. Stop looking for it, please. Okay. You have total newbies or novice traders that spend their entire adult lives searching the internet endlessly for the trader that can predict the future, or the trader that has some fail-proof system. If the market was just simply that easy to use one pattern, one indicator, or someone can predict the future, then everybody would do it. If it was just that, if there was one indicator out there, one strategy that was out there, every single person would use it. And then when everybody uses it, it would no longer become useful and successful because the whole world would be using it and it wouldn't work anymore. It's not the way the stock market works. The way for you to properly take advantage and way for you to become successful in the markets is the same exact process that I went through. There's a very specific reason why when I got hired at the fund in New York, my very first job out of college, is a reason why they didn't let me touch their money until I went through their training. I was trained for literally was like a classroom style setting when I first got hired, and different traders and analysts from the fund would come in and they would teach the new hires all these different topics and all these different situations and all these different concepts so that we had a thorough understanding of how markets work and how to operate, how to conduct ourselves for the betterment of the fund and for the money that we had under our management. And if a hedge fund is not going to let a bunch of people that don't know what they're doing touch their $500 million, then why on earth are you going to touch your money without knowing what you're doing? So the way to make money smart is actually make sure you're getting a real professional education. And I'm not even sure, I'm not even saying, even if you don't join your training group, you got to make sure you guys actually get yourselves a real education. Okay. That's partly number one. And then trading in a group, let the moderators and I do a lot of the heavy lifting for you, because you guys are busy, right? You guys are busy during the day. Let the moderators and I that do this for a living, let us help you. Let us identify where we think the opportunities are. Trading in a group, being educated, that to me is the way to make money smart.
Nice. So there are a handful of on the topic of risk management, there's a handful of risk management strategies, right? One of the top ones, obviously, the phrase that's thrown around the most is position sizing, right? And I think this is something that a lot of people get wrong, is understanding their position size. What is the right way to, or how would somebody that's new even begin to understand what they should be using for their position size and how they should calculate it and all that stuff?
It's a great question. 95% of traders do not understand this concept at all and do it completely wrong. Most traders will just say, oh, I trade options and I buy 3 contracts every time. Or I trade options and I put $2,500 into every single trade. If you are one of the people that do that, you're doing this completely and totally wrong. Your position size should not be a constant. Your position size should be a variable. Your risk should be a constant, not a variable. Your risk.
Can you give us an example of this? Well, let me give you a scenario, right? Let's say I have $1,000 in my trading account, right? What would I do? I had put $1,000. I just joined True Trading Group. I put $1,000 in my trading account, and now I want to understand how to position size myself correctly. What do I do?
So risk and position size, 2 different things, right? So I just want to clarify this before I answer that question. Position size is how much money you put into the trade. Risk is how much you're going to lose if you're wrong on the trade. You can put $500 into a trade. It doesn't mean the stock's going to go to zero and you're going to lose $500, right? So risk is what you need to make sure it stays the same. And your risk tolerance is how much money you're comfortable losing on a trade that you're wrong. Now, typically, a general rule of thumb can be anywhere from 1% to 3% of your account balance.
What could?
Your risk per trade. So literally, anywhere from 1% to 3% of the value of your account per trade. Okay, that's like a general rule of thumb that some people use. So you use the example of
So what would that? So yeah, if we're doing that as here, so that would be between $10 and $30 is what I'm risking per trade.
Yeah.
Okay.
But usually when people have an account that low, usually it's a little bit higher.
So then tell me what it would be.
I was going to, but you kept.
No. All right, go ahead.
For like if someone that's on $1,000 account, what I usually see is people will usually risk anywhere from $30 to $50 per trade on their $1,000 account. The mistake that you'll make is if you only have $1,000 in your trading account is you lose one trade. You just lost $500. Half your account's gone in one trade. That's a massive mistake that you can't afford to do when you have a small account. When you have a small account, you need to be able to preserve that capital, protect your risk at all costs, and grow that account little by little to the point where you can then start risking a little bit more, increase that position size, and then your wins can get bigger. It's more important that you start building little foundational bricks and take little baby steps when you have small accounts than it is trying to double your account in one trade. You try doing that, that's when you blow up your account.
Okay. So I have $1,000 in cash in a trading account. I'm going to risk 3 to 5% of the total value of the account per trade. And then what should my position size be? Those things are different. So what do I do with that?
Your position size will change. So depending on because every trade has different risk and every trade has different volatility and every trade is a different distance from your stop loss. So the very easy calculation to do if you are trading stocks in shares, it's a very simple mathematical equation. You take whatever your risk tolerance is and you divide that by the difference between your entry and your stop losses. For example, if $50 was your risk tolerance and you were buying a stock at $5 and your stop loss was $4.70, $5 minus $4.70 equals 30 cents. So you would do $50, which is your risk tolerance, divided by 30 cents, and you're going to buy 167 shares at $5. And if you get stopped out at $4.70, you'll lose exactly $50. So that 167 shares times $5 a share is an $835 position that if you're wrong on, you're going to lose $50. Now, that's that particular trade. But let's say you're buying a stock that you're buying a stock at, it's $10 a share and your stop loss is $9. Well, in that case, 10 minus 9 is $1. So you would do 50 divided by 1 is 50. That's 50 shares. You buy 50 shares at $10 a share. Now your position size is only $500. But if you get stopped out, you're going to lose $50. So the variable that changes is your position size, but the constant is the risk, which is the $50. That's the proper way to manage your risk so that you don't end up green trade. One red trade, you wiped out all of your profit.
Yeah, I feel like that happens a lot to people.
Yes, it does. You would be, Adam, this is what drives me crazy. And what obviously why I spend so much time talking about these topics with members of True Trading Group is because there are so many traders that have a win rate above.
Actually, I don't mean to cut you off real quick, but hang on a second, man. We have 268 likes. We have 800, over 900 people now on this stream. We're giving away some pretty solid information that you probably would take you a very long time to find out or figure out, and could be pretty costly to do it on your own. We're giving it away for free on here. If you could just take a moment, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share the stream, that would be absolutely fantastic. It really helps us out, and let us know that you're here and that you're paying attention and that we're not just, wasting our time.
Yeah.
Also, I'm curious to see how many people that are on here are not members of True Trading Group, because I feel like True Trading Group members have access to a lot of this information at their fingertips all of the time, 24/7. I'd love to know how many people are on here that are not members, that are getting something out of this stream. So if you're not a member of True Trading Group, if you could go ahead and type TTG in chat right now. Again, if you're not a member of True Trading Group, go ahead and type TTG in chat right now. Let's see how many non-members are with us today on the stream.
You're good, folks. Type TTG if you're not a member. Let's see how many people we got on here. Because good point, man. I mean, members know all this stuff. This is like some of the first things that members learn when they become part of True Trading Group. So go ahead and type the letters TTG for those of you that are not part of the community. See who we have on here that's new.
All right, there's Great Dane again.
Charles. Yes, go ahead, guys. Type TTG for those that are not members. Darcy. Cool.
All right. All right, how about this? If you're not a member of True Trading Group and you want a chance to win $1,000 right now, type TTG in chat.
Dario, generic. Jay Bridges.
There is a major delay.
Memphis Street Dog, get out of here. We got Michael, Mike, Joshua, Super Crispy.
Let's see. If you're not a member of TTG and you want a shot at winning $1,000, type TTG in chat right now.
Okay, Michael, Devin, DY. So that's what it takes, huh? To get your fingers moving, guys.
Hey, whatever. Let's see.
I have to entice you with $1,000 to get your fingers moving.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. Nah, I was just fucking around though. I just wanted to see how many people were here. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you. All right, keep going.
Thanks for participating.
Thanks for participating.
That's the answer to that question.
Yeah. All right. So last night, last night we talked a lot about, you talked a lot about last night about how you were going to have this big stellar week, that you were going to try and go for more triple digit gains. Yeah. And how do you, I think a lot of people, especially on Mondays, right? At least I know that for myself, when I start, the work week, I'm all, I got a plan, I feel good about it, I'm in there, and then something goes wrong and it could really screw up the rest of your week. Right? Even if it's not your fault, like your trade on coin today.
Yeah.
Right? People come on here and they see us talk about, or they see you talk about, all the wins. And today we're talking about a loss, a normal loss inside of coin. My question is, how do you keep your head on straight going into tomorrow and the rest of the week?
Honestly, man, if you control your risk, it's easy. It's just one losing trade. I mean, like losing trades are part of trading. Like there's no way around the fact that you're going to have trades that you're going to be red on. There's no way to avoid that. So what people need to stop doing is they need to stop thinking that just because I lost money, that everything is screwed up now. No, it's not. Everything is not screwed up, because your job is not to make money on every single trade that you make. Your job is to make money over time in the accumulation of all of your trading together. That is your goal. And if you look at trading so finite to the point where it's like, oh my God, I'm red today. Who cares about today? Today is so irrelevant in the bigger scheme of like your whole month. It's irrelevant unless you make it relevant. How do you make it relevant? By not stopping out of your positions when you're supposed to, doubling down on your position after you're already red, over trading on a day that you're red to try to make the money back, which essentially then just makes your day even worse. Like, unless you make the day big, and when I say big, I don't mean like P&L wise. I mean like in the sense of its importance and its severity. It's just a red day. And it's our job as traders to, when we have a red trade, to make sure that it is a manageable red trade. Because now if I just make one green trade, I'm going to make more money than I just lost on Coinbase. I'm not going to make some of the money back. I'm not going to make exactly the money back. I'm going to make way more. And then I can just sit here and say, I made one trade today, it was red. I can make one trade tomorrow and be green, and I'm green for the week, because I make more when I'm right than I lose when I'm wrong. That's because of my risk management. The easiest way for a trader to make more money is not to increase your win rate. It's not to increase your position size. It's just to lose less when you are wrong. It is the easiest and fastest way for you to improve your P&L. Is just lose less when you're wrong. You're muted still, Adam.
So what do you think is more important? Being, having a high win rate, or having...
No, risk management. It's not even close. Hands down. I would rather be a 55% win rate trader with phenomenal risk management than a 72% win rate trader with no risk management, because the 72% win rate trader with no risk management still won't make money. If you make more money when you are right than you lose when you are wrong, you can be a 50% win rate trader and be consistently profitable. But if you make $1,000 on trades that you're right, but then you lose $2,500 on trades that you're wrong, you can have a 70% win rate. You are still negative. You are still red. You are still losing money. You can be 3 for 4. You'll make $1,000. You're up $3,000. Wow. And all of a sudden you have, here's a losing trade, and now you just lost 2,500, and now you're back to $500. You lose another trade, now all of a sudden you're down $2,000. You can't become consistently profitable that way. The math just doesn't add up. So I would much rather, because the discipline that you will gain by just controlling your risk will roll over into a lot of other areas of your trading. And you show me a successful trader, I don't care what their style is. I don't care what they trade. I don't care if they're a swing trader, a scalper. I don't care if they trade Forex or crypto or futures. I don't care what their style is. You show me a successful trader, I'll show you a trader that's disciplined and is confident. Those are the two characteristics that every single successful trader on earth has. If you do not have discipline, you are never going to be profitable. I promise you that. You can have really big wins. You might even have a really big week. Hell, you might even have a really big month, but you will not have consistent green month after month after month after month if you do not have discipline. Baseball analogy, hitting singles, eventually you will score lots of home runs. Exactly, Mike. What do they teach you for any baseball players out there? They teach you what? To not swing for the fences. Oh, Matthew, I'm sorry. I misread your name, Matthew. They teach you not to swing for the fences. When you try to swing for the fences, what happens more often? You strike out. If you just try to hit singles and doubles and just try to make a good contact, the home runs will come. If you just stop trying to hit home runs in your trading and you just try to focus on singles and doubles and focus on just executing on your trading plan, the home runs will come. This is the stuff that makes a difference. These are the things that nobody really talks about, but this is what will help you guys become profitable and stay profitable.
What do you think's more important, good risk management or identifying decent trade setups?
Literally, there is nothing more important than good risk management.
So there is no chart pattern that is more important. There is no style of trading. There is nothing, literally nothing is more important than understanding good risk management.
Fact. Correct.
So then what is your opinion on HODL YOLOs?
Idiots.
What do you say to the ones that make money with it?
Good for you.
Does that make them less of an idiot?
You show me a room of 100 traders that just YOLO HODLs, and I'll show you 98 traders that made money in 2021, and I'll show you 98 traders that lost money in 2022.
Mm-hmm. So why do you think things like zero DTE options trades and YOLO and HODL and all these things became such a big thing, and even to some extent are still a big thing?
It's the desire for instant gratification and to make money quick. The reason why these type of trades have really come to the light and why everyone loves them so much is because of the allure of the potential of very large gains if you do get it right. But that also comes with very large losses if you get it wrong. So the rise of zero DTE options has really, been a huge part of retail trading, because the options are very, 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 very cheap, because the value of time, the time decay on those options is accelerating towards zero. So the options are very, very, very cheap, and they move very rapidly and extremely volatile because there is your time decay is running into zero by the closing bell. So those options move around very violently. And people love the allure of potentially buying a zero DTE option on a Friday or on now on the SPY, there's expirations every day. But if you were to trade a zero DTE that expires today and it's 3:45 in the afternoon, there's 15 minutes left, you can buy an option for 5 cents and it can go to 15 cents and just make 200% on your money, right? But just as easily, you can buy it at 5 cents, it can go to zero, right? So like that's the allure that you have on those type of trades. But most people that are trading them are people that are rolling over from 2021, where they were taught to just hodl, hold on for dear life. Stocks only go up, and don't worry about anything other than when it's time to sell. And people made a lot of money in 2021 when that was the case, but that was a very false sense of reality. I warned people against this at the end of the year in 2021, that what you saw, what you experienced that year was a complete anomaly because of all the stimulus money and all the have an increase in money supply because of the trillions of dollars that the Fed was pumping into the economy, into the overall markets. It's unlike anything that we've ever seen before in history. It's never been repeated, and who knows when something like that would ever be repeated again. But that's not what usually happens. And then you roll into 2022, and all of a sudden, all these stocks, everybody was hodling for dear life. They're still hodling for dear life, and they're on life support now, down 90, 95% on their positions, right? So it's like, that system worked back in 2021, and congrats if you made money, but there's people that are probably on this live stream that made a ton of money in 2021, but they don't have it today because they lost it all last year. And now they're trying to figure out how to make it back this year.
What would you say to those people?
I would say these people that you're looking at trading the wrong way. You have a very big misconception on what trading actually is and how to go about making money in the market. You're not failing because the market's a scam. You're not failing because the hedgies are teaming up against you. Okay. You're not failing because of evil short sellers. You're not failing because Ken Griffin is an asshole and has it out for you. That's not why you're failing. You're failing because you don't understand how the markets actually work and the way to make money on a consistent basis. A trader's job is to, let me say, you want the job description of a trader? Identify high probability setups and put yourself on the right side of that probability over and over and over again with good risk management. That's it. That's your job. Your job is not to be right 100% of the time. Your job is not to have monstrosity winners. Your job is not to predict the future. Your job is not to catch every stock that makes a move. Your job is to identify what a high probability setup looks like. I'll teach you that. It's very easy to teach. I will teach you. I learned it. Our members now know it. I mean, I'll teach you guys what a grade A quality setup looks like so you can find them. And when you find them, position yourself based on that probability. Stick to your risk management, because even the highest probability setup that exists will fail. You're not going to find the setup that has more than like a 70 to 75% probability. So that means even the best quality setup you can find is going to fail 25% of the time, regardless of what you do about it. It's not a mistake that you made. It's a setup that if you see it 100 times, you should trade it 100 times. It's getting dealt pocket aces pre-flop in poker. When you get dealt pocket aces pre-flop in poker, you mathematically have the highest probability of winning the hand. It doesn't mean you're guaranteed to win the hand. Any of my poker players out there know we've all been busted on pocket aces. But just because you lose with pocket aces this time, does that mean the next time you get dealt pocket aces, you're going to fold them? Of course you're not, because mathematically the probability is the highest. There are trade setups that are out there that exist that every time you see it, you take it, knowing 25% of the time it's not going to work. So that 25% of the time, you need to control your risk. You need to make sure you lose a small amount of money, a controlled amount of money, so that the other 75% of the time that it does work, you are making more money than you are losing on the 25% of the time that it doesn't. That is how you make money in the markets. It's not by predicting the future.
Here's a good question. Andre Knowles says, Mike, got an honest question for you. If you was in one of our shoes at any point in your trading career, would you trade SPY 0 DTE options? Only asking just to see if I should consider going longer with my expirations.
I personally would never trade 0 DTE options because I'm not a scalper. The only people that should be trading 0 DTEs are scalpers. Let me explain why. Scalping is a trading strategy where you're only in your position for a few seconds or a few minutes. A traditional day trader is in their position for a couple hours. A swing trader is in their position for a few days, sometimes a few weeks. Time decay, the way that time decay works is the closer that you get to the end of the day, the more rapid the extrinsic value of your option contract, which is the value of time, accelerates towards zero. If you are only in that trade for 30 seconds or for 1 minute, it's not long enough for the time decay to fall off your option contract. So if you're in and out within seconds or minutes, then that's okay. because time decay is not eating into the value of your contract. You're not exposed to that time decay. But if you plan on being in your position for an hour or 2 hours or 3 hours, the stock can go sideways and you will lose 20, 30% on that position, and the stock hasn't moved a dollar because of the value of time accelerating and decaying to zero. So I would never trade zero DTs because I'm not a scalper. But if you are, we have a scalper. We have Gio. Gio is a phenomenal trader. Okay, Gio's been trading professionally for over 25 years. He's a former market maker. He trades zero DTEs and very, very, very well. But he's a scalper. So he's in and out before the time decay ever really impacts him. My trading style, the time decay would hurt me. So that's why I would always give myself a few days out or a week expiration so that that time decay doesn't kill me.
That was a good question.
Very good question. Andre, my pleasure.
I mean, I think ultimately, you know, it's important to talk about this stuff because you hear so many, you see it all the time, right? Like, guys, do me a favor. If you know for a fact that you can lose money trading and investing, if you know for a fact that you can lose money trading and investing, go ahead and put a 0 in chat right now. Put a 0 in chat if you know that you can lose money trading and investing. Let's go. Put a 0 in chat if you know without a shadow of a doubt. Let's see. Yeah, of course. Right?
Absolutely.
All right. You want to see something else?
Sure.
Okay. I want you to type the number 5 in chat now. I want you all to type the number 5 in chat if you know beyond a shadow of a doubt that you can make $1 million trading. You personally, not that some guy did it on YouTube.
I know where you're going with this, but I don't think people know where you're going, like the point you're getting at.
I'm going to explain it. I mean, look, it's far less, right? There's some people typing the number 5, but it's far less.
Yeah.
Right? It's far less. Travis already done it. We have a handful of people inside of True Trading Group that did start below 7 figures and did end up making 7 figures in True Trading Group. That is not something that we we don't use those people for advertisements. We don't even get into this specific because it's, none of this stuff, just because one person is able to do it doesn't mean that everyone's going to be able to do it.
Doesn't mean it's the norm.
Doesn't mean, right. So you saw there's a huge difference. Most people know you can lose money, and only a handful of people know that you can actually make that kind of money in the stock market, really know it for themselves, not just, what they see on YouTube and what's perpetrated, shown to them.
Yeah.
Right. So I think it's important that these things are discussed because, at the end of the day, it's not about how much money you make. It's not about how much money the mods make. It's about how much money our members make. It's about how much money the people that are being taught and being educated, how much money they make is what matters. Right? So I got one final question. If you're a member of True Trading Group and you are flat out making money and becoming a better trader, go ahead and type the number 1 in chat. If you are making money with True Trading Group, type the number 1 in chat. Let's see. So it's important to look here because most people know that you're going to have a hard time making real money in the stock market, or 92% of traders fail, and all of these statistics. But it is possible to make money, and it doesn't take a tremendous amount of money either. Right?
Yeah.
It doesn't take it. I mean, go ahead, ask them. I feel like I've filled my question quota.
Yeah, guys, follow-on question. I know thanks all the members that are commenting, typing the number 1 in chat right now, telling that you guys are making money. But how many of you did it with less than $1,000 in your account? Comment in chat right now. If you started with less than $1,000, what did you actually start with when you guys joined?
And maybe share about where you're at now.
Yeah, and if you want to share where you are now, tell us what you started with and tell us where you are now. Just comment in chat. This is for obviously just for members of True Trading Group. Yeah, again, guys, just go ahead and just tell us what you started with. If you started with less than $1,000, then where you are today.
So GoFundMe Sarah made over 100% on SPY options today while at work. Steve turned $750 into $26,300. Colton Brown started with $1,000. Che C317 turned $2,500 into $5,000 in the first 2 weeks of membership.
Hell yeah.
Tobias Chapman started with $600. Kathleen Mamaduke started with $100, built it into a $17,000 account in 2 years, but then had to pay taxes. Dino Rogerio, who is my favorite new member inside of True Trading Group, I'm not being sarcastic, I'm being dead serious, started with $5,000 and within 5 weeks turned it into $20,000. And then Robert Creaney says, do all traders use options when they trade? No, they don't.
No.
We trade everything inside of True Trading Group. We trade equities, options, futures, even a little bit of crypto, but equities, options, and futures.
Yeah. Sorry, Robert, there's 9 pro traders that are moderators in True Trading Group. It's not just me. And we all, between us, we all have different styles. Some of us trade options. Some of us trade equities. Some trade futures. Some day trade. Some swing trade. And obviously, the members are an even wider array. And members, we all do their own thing. So, but whenever we trade an equity, so like I'll trade an equity, right? But then when I alert an equity trade, I give you the equity. I give you the price I'm actually in, the price I got filled at. But then I'll also suggest, in case somebody has a small account. Let's say if I trade Microsoft or Meta or AMD, Nvidia, Tesla, whatever, right? If you don't have the capital to trade the shares, then my entry price might not really, be all that helpful, except just knowing that I'm either long or I'm short the stock. But I'll tell you, hey, take a look at the October, 20th expiration, $300 call option, and that way, members that want to follow me on my trade, they have an idea of what option contract to do so with.
Yep. So Travis says, taxes if you're paying, you're making, but taxes last year were ridiculous on my earnings. Need a class on that. Travis says, we do, bro.
Colton says we do, bro.
Colton, how many TTG members feel like they need help, or not help, but that would benefit from somebody who is a professional in that area, dealing with people that trade full time for taxes specifically? Go ahead and type the word tax in chat.
Tax.
Look at that. Look at that.
Look at that. Looky here.
I see. All right. Hang on one second.
I know exactly who you're calling.
Hey, I'm on a live stream in front of like 1,000 people. And apparently there's like hundreds of them that want to that need help with the topic that you and I spoke of. So it's safe to I can tell them that you're going to be doing that. Okay. All right, you got it. All right, bye. All right, well, Friday we have a so Friday we actually have the accountant that handles Mike's taxes for him as a trader and a lot of other traders' taxes. They're going to do a 2-hour workshop inside of TTG. So you'll be able to ask your questions, all that stuff.
Yeah, that's awesome, Adam. Thanks for setting that up. I think it's going to be a big help for a lot of people.
Yep.
And big shout out to Ashton for agreeing to do that. It's going to be a big help.
Somebody says, "Is it free?" Yes, it is.
It will be free. Look at that, Travis. See, bro, all you gotta do is ask us. You tell me what you guys want, we make it happen.
So I don't know anything about time or anything. Yes, it's going to be recorded. I didn't even need to look. I know somebody asked that question.
Yes, somebody did.
But also, this is the same person that wrote our, or not wrote, but that helped to create. We have a tax course inside of True Trading Group.
Yeah. Yeah, guys, check that out. One of in the course material is a course on taxes.
Yep.
But then again, you want to, you want to make sure that you consult a tax professional also when you guys are doing your own taxes. But to help you guys answer a lot of questions, help you, there is the course there, but then Ashton will go through, that's his name. We'll go through and do that workshop with you guys on Friday, which is very, very kind of him to do that.
He's not doing it for free. We're going to pay for it, but I'm not going to charge members.
I'm going to call him as soon as we go off this live show. I'm going to call him like, bro, you're doing it for free. Shut up.
He's not going to do it for free, but
I'm going to tell him to do it. I'm going to tell him. But no, whatever. We got to pay for it. Whatever it is. But we don't.
Is it for Canadian members? Absolutely not.
No, guys.
I have no. First of all, I have no idea what a Looney Tooney or maple syrup dollar is.
That's
so.
Nice. That's not.
So no, it's not for Canadian members. If you're a United States citizen paying U.S. taxes,
right,
and you're a full-time trader, you're making money trading, this is free. This is for you.
This is based on the U.S. tax code. Okay, I don't. This is not someone that is.
Yeah, we don't deal in maple leaves, bro.
Stop. This is not someone that is familiar with Canadian tax code. This is U.S. tax code.
Yeah, I'm not. Is Trudeau's face on the toonie?
Isn't it a loony?
It doesn't matter. It's all maple syrup and craziness.
I do like maple syrup.
Yeah.
Totally off topic, but speaking of maple syrup, something that my wife made the other day that is absolutely incredibly amazing that I suggest everybody on this live stream makes for like a nice fall snack. You know the Girl Scout cookies, the Samoas?
We don't all need to respond to that, but go ahead.
What?
Are you asking me if I know what they are?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, they're delicious, right? Everyone's in agreement. Well, you can make them, but like you take an apple and you slice up an apple and core it out the center, so it's like a circle with a hole in it, and then you take peanut butter.
Doug, you're describing maybe a dessert, but also something that they make in prison called a fifi.
No, man, stop. You take peanut butter, little coconut shavings, and then maple syrup, and it like that makes like the, I guess, whatever, and you put that on top of the apple, and then you just melt some chocolate and drizzle the chocolate on top, put it in the fridge. Whoa. Delicious. You're welcome, everyone. You're welcome. Well, my wife says you're welcome. Delicious.
Nice.
Yes. Yeah, maybe. See, Adam, we got to start a cooking show, maybe. Huh?
No, I'm all right.
I can't cook for shit.
Me neither.
Nope.
All right. So let's see. One second.
I hope the Astros.
Huh?
Oh no, I was talking. I'm never mind. I was talking to myself. Totally talking to myself. Well,
do we have a course on Forex? Not yet.
We do not, JM.
We do not. But we just launched, or we haven't officially launched it yet, but we just launched. We are launching a new futures program.
Yes.
But no, we do not have anything on Forex yet. It's going to be some time before we get stuff on Forex, right? All right, why don't we do this? In authentic True Trading Group fashion, I did not have time to upload or update anything today. And what is happening is our annual membership is changing. You talked about it a little bit last night. There are things that are going to be changing with the annual membership. It's going to be a little bit more expensive. We're going to be a little bit more selective of who we allow in.
Oh, yeah.
So those changes were supposed to go live today. However, we are still working on them. I made a little bit of a push earlier for people that were not members or for people that were previous members, if they wanted to come back for a discount. I've been sending texts, been doing that, just trying to because I know there's a lot of people that if they knew that this was happening, they would want to take advantage of it.
Right. Just let everybody know so no one can say anything after the fact.
Exactly. So what I'm going to do is this. If you're a trial member, if you're a previous member, if you're not a member, and you would like to join True Trading Group for the year, we are out of laptops. We have no mas.
No mas
laptops. However, I will absolutely give you a bigger break because we are out of the laptops and it is the eve before the price goes up.
Ooh.
And we have no laptops. So if you've ever wanted to join True Trading Group, ever.
So an even bigger discount because there's no laptop.
Correct. Tonight, right now would be the time. I'm not going to set a limit on it. I'm going to let it go till midnight or honestly till whenever I go to sleep. Because when you send the text, you're texting me directly. So what I will do is literally it'll be until I can't reply to the text anymore. But you're going to want to send a text message to 888 or 1-888-306-8783. That's 1-888-306-8783. Send me your name, email, and the word start. Tomorrow,
yeah, I would definitely at least send that text message, at least hear if he's giving out a bigger discount than normal because there's no laptop, that's definitely I would definitely send a text message and we can give you the information, answer any questions that you guys have. The phone number's right there at the bottom of the screen. It's 1-888-306-8783.
Yeah. Any hookup for family and friends? Yeah, I'm telling you, tomorrow all bets are off. Tomorrow we stick to what is changing, and that's it. As you can see, we're an hour and 22 minutes into the stream, and I was hesitant to even bring up sales. But, you know, we'll do it for anyone this evening. I'm around in the office for the next hour, and then I'm home with wife and kids. I will do my best to answer messages, but if you want it, now would be the time to send that text message. 1-888-306-8783. Yep. Name, email, and the word start. And then tomorrow, it's just all going to be an automated process.
Yeah, I would take advantage of this, guys. Send that text message before it changes. At least hear it out. If you've ever been interested at all, at least, send that text, because that's without the laptop, an extra discount is going to be a pretty ridiculous price. So,
yep.
Send a text.
It will be 1,000%. Not 1,000%. It will be, what I mean to say is it'll be way cheaper than anything we'll offer in any future sale going into the new year.
So like cheaper price than Thanksgiving, Black Friday.
It will be the cheapest price that I ever offer again.
Wow. All right. So then, guys, there you have it. Don't wait till Black Friday, because it's going to be more expensive than the offer you're going to get now. Send a text 1-888-306-8783. Get your spot. Hope you guys enjoyed this stream.
Well, tell them what they get for that.
Oh yeah, we've been on for an hour and a half. I forgot that we didn't even go through it. Yeah, I'll tell you guys when I show them. I'll show them too. Yeah, guys, I'll show you what you actually get when you do join True Trading Group, so you guys have an idea of what the platform actually looks like. Because when you join, it is an all-inclusive membership. Okay, so of course you're going to get our chat room. The chat room is where the mods and I share our screen. We're live on the mic. We're calling out trades. We're answering questions. You can use our mobile app that can send you real-time push notifications when our mods enter and exit their trades. So if you guys are busy, you're not at your computer, you're working a full-time job, all you need is your phone, and you guys can follow along with everything that we're doing during the day. All right. You're also going to get Benzinga Pro's real-time newsfeed, live up to the second news alerts directly inside of chat. You're going to get congressional trading data to track trades by Congress. You're also going to get insider trades to track trades by management teams, like when a CEO or CFO buys or sells shares of their own stock. Then you're going to get TradingView's premium charting software. It's one of the most commonly used charting softwares by traders. Let me make myself clear. Everything I'm showing you right now is included when you join our platform. All right. You're going to get to use our different AI tools. Our AI tools can help you guys develop aggressive versus conservative trading strategies. It can help you determine what news sentiment is and help you read different economic data points and what they mean and everything else. So you don't have to pay extra for that stuff. It is included when you join True Trading Group. The Trade Idea Scanner streams on our platform for you guys to use, right? Make sure you always focus on the hottest stocks during the day. You have our own proprietary scanner that lets you create your own custom scans. Then you've got unusual options activity, options flow, dark pool data, short data, analyst ratings. All of this stuff is included when you guys join your trading. You don't have to pay anything extra for anything. There's no upsells for this stuff. There's a trading journal that tracks your trades for you and breaks your trading down to the numbers and statistics. You can see what you're doing wrong. There's a social sentiment scanner that tells you what's being talked about most on social media, so you can stay ahead of the crowd. Then you have all of our courses. Our courses are a simplified and expanded upon version of what I learned working at the fund in New York. There are beginner courses, advanced courses, options, swing trading, trader psychology, crypto, futures, you name it, we've got it. It's all included. There's no VIP courses that after you join are going to cost you more money to have access to. I don't sell you half the solution. We give you access to the entirety of everything I'm showing you here now. There's also a video library with 600 hours of workshops covering different topics. And then you guys can start attending them live once you become a full-time member. We also do offer a double your money back guarantee. Now, I listen, I wish I could. I can't guarantee you're going to be successful just because you joined True Trading Group. What I can guarantee is if you go through our courses, you pass our quizzes, and you attend one study group, if you are unable to make enough winning trades to equal what you've paid for your membership, we'll give you back double your money. And I can do that because our refund rate, it's only 2.27%, and we have a 78% retention rate amongst our members. We're 5-star rated on Trustpilot with over 2,300 reviews. This is why I can offer you guys double your money back. All you need to do now is send a text message to 1-888-306-8783. Give us your name, email, and the word START. See what the discounted rate is. This is the cheapest we're going to offer this for the rest of the year, probably ever, actually, because we actually have new pricing scheduled.
No. You don't understand. Ever.
That's what I'm saying. We have new pricing scheduled for next year, too. But this is not going to be cheaper for Black Friday. This is it. There's no laptops tonight. Adam's going to give you guys a special deal. And then tomorrow, the checkout page is live with all the higher price and the changes to the annual membership. So send a text now, 1-888-306-8783. Thanks for tuning in tonight, folks. Hope you enjoyed this dialogue and this conversation. I feel like Adam and members or viewers asked some really great questions. I hope you guys found it helpful. If you haven't done so yet, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications and get that phone out. Send a text, 1-888-306-8783. Thanks for tuning in tonight, folks. My members, I'll see you guys all tomorrow in chat and on the platform. Have a great night, guys. Take care.